Check, check. Hello. Good evening, people. Welcome to RWB International's second race of this series, this Racing Sim Tools Competizione League.
You're not live, mate. You're not coming through.
Shit. What was that?
Right-click the RWB live, mate, and make sure it's undeafened. If you click it, server deafened. So if you unclick it, they should hear us, but it's not. Oh, there you go. You come through. Fuck, I bet. Balls up already. Brilliant.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. So welcome, guys. We got in the commentary box Greedy Me from across the pond. So,
evening, folks.
And we've also got Taz.
Evening, guys.
You thought I wasn't live. I didn't know I wasn't live. Can't hear myself. We're in this shitty commentary box. We've got 45 races on the grid here at Brands Hatch, and it's not a very big track, is it? So I hope it's going to be clean. It usually is.
Hoping we don't get any of that UK rain.
Do you know, there's a really good chance of rain. It can happen. I don't think it would be a great thing if it did, not on this track, because it pulls it, you know, with all the undulations and hills and stuff in the track. Yeah, you don't want rain on this. Barcelona was bad enough last week. Jesus, you don't want rain on Brands Hatch.
It's definitely not. It's one of the most hardest tracks to race in rain. As you say, it holds all the water. I think out of the 9 turns, I think 5 of them, all the right, most of them are flooded.
Yeah, I haven't actually done any practice on this for this week. I must confess, but I know Brands Hatch. I mean, I'm not very good at it, so I've said to my teammate Auda, who's I think he's in 21st. Oh, he's in 31st now. Oh, he's dropped a bit. If he's doing well, he's doing the whole race. So I did it last week, so it's his turn this week. What's your strategy with Ben then, Greedo? Are you doing a 50-50 or are you going to just wing it?
We're just going to wing it. Probably pretty close to 50-50, assuming there's no weather that play in, you know, into.
Yeah. I was actually surprised how well I did in the rain last week.
I think I've always struggled here. This is a really difficult track to be fast at.
Yeah, you need to be smooth around this track. Big time.
Yeah, and some of the corners, you know, you get them just slightly wrong, and it's very punishing. So the risk reward is a little skewed.
Yeah, it is a tough one. I always find the I don't know, the corners, especially on the downhill. So I don't know the corner names. The two right-handers, they just constantly go wide there and run off.
Westfield Bend and Dingledale into Sheens, yeah.
Yeah, the two, yeah. They just, they're my nemesis corners, those.
I think that's where most of I reckon if people are pushing quite a lot, I reckon they will struggle there. They'll get caught out.
Okay. Right. The start.
Just quickly, there are some seriously fast pace set there, isn't there? Bloody hell, 1:23.1 in the end.
That's crazy quick.
I'm stressing.
You stressing?
Yeah, I'm not even in the car, and I'm stressed out.
I know. I'm actually in the car with my teammate.
My teammate is Godzilla. He's 20th. We're the only Nissan out there. God, it's like a boat, that car is round here. I was thrashing it, trying to get round. And with 70 litres in, I got a low 126, but bloody hell, 123. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the difference between first and like 30th is 2 seconds. That's just crazy.
So fast, blistering pace. Now that made me even more nervous. Just the raw pace and quality.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You don't know whether he might be running a quality setup though. You know, real sort of rough setup that gets you around fast, but he's not going to get you around the whole the whole hour and a half. I know a lot of people do that. They run aggressive setups for quality. I think race pace will probably be around the sort of 124s to 26s. Fuel doesn't seem to affect these that much.
No, I agree. The fuel doesn't really, because you can still set at the same time you set it, like
And they're off.
And they're off.
So it'll be a short formation to the start finish line, and they should be off. And they're off. Come on, keep it clean.
At the moment, it does look like a clean start by everyone.
It looks good, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's pretty good back on the back end of the grid too, back around the 20.
Oh, there's a couple off, Jordan and Cox. Around the 30 place. Don't know what's happened there. Nothing major though, they were off track.
Yeah, good race start so far.
It's always difficult, isn't it, in the first few laps, because you could have the speed to pass, but you just can't use it. You know, you've got to stay with you've just got to stay with the pack and keep that pace. You might get some chances, but it's not advisable to try and overtake on the first couple of laps.
Welcome to the stream, guys. Moy's crew is back after the first RWB league, so they're all back screaming in the chat. So they're now shouting, "Let's go Helmet and Moy's team." So welcome, guys. I remember you from League One.
Yeah, the mildly moist team, I think we call them.
Ah. What's happened to Mike? Is he pitting early or retire? I hope he's not retiring. He's just started the race.
He looks like he's got a bit of damage there, doesn't he?
It looked like he got tapped at Sterling's and Sheen's. So, like I said, that corner could cause some problems, and it looks like he might have retired.
Yeah, because there's Mike and there's the nephew and the uncle, isn't there? I don't know which one.
Nelson.
Yeah. Oh no, he's not retired. He's
Thank God for that.
It's an hour and a half. A lot can happen, as I found out.
Indeed, long race.
It's good to see a nice, dry, fast track at Brands. It's great racing at Brands when it's dry. Good fast battles and close racing.
I'm starting to wonder if Moyes has got his own little fan club, you know. maybe he's a celebrity.
Oh, we just know him as Moyes, so I'm not really sure.
Well, it's looking pretty clean at the minute.
Yeah, everybody's probably just trying to settle in and find out what their cars are doing.
Oh no, Mike posted in the league chat and Discord. He just put I lost downshift. Sorry, chaps. Hopefully I wasn't in the way of anyone. So he lost all his downshift in the gears. So
Okay.
So hopefully he's got that fixed and he's back out there.
Where's your teammate at the moment, Gray?
Looks like we're P26, P26.
26.
Might pick up a couple spots here. Yep, just picked up. Yeah, Orange had a really nice start.
Yeah, Benny Boy, when he's on form, he's a quick driver, isn't he? Mr. Al.
Who, Ben? Yeah, it's a good drop. Oh dear.
Yeah, we got a Ferrari off right behind us.
Oh dear. What was going on there? That was some crazy lag. Car was going sideways.
Nigel Woods' car was drifting round Surtees. Keep getting mixed up between Sheens and Surtees.
Yeah, you'll see that in a minute on the stream. It was there it is here. Man. That looked pretty cool. Oh, he's lagging quite bad, Nigel.
Yeah, big time. Pretty bad for the drivers behind him at the moment, Tom and Anthony.
If they can see it, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, he's flying in the air.
Oh my god. Oh, he's back.
Oh, dear.
There are some I can't even speak. I was just catching up with that on the YouTube, and wow, yeah, there's some crazy lag going on.
The one car, though, isn't it? I'm not seeing it anywhere else.
Is it just the Porsche?
It's just Nigel's car was lagging, so it's obviously internet or something's probably wrong because it ain't our server.
Yeah. Server is broken. Someone's put server is broken in there. Anthony Pelicano. I think the server's broken. I think there's a lagger in there.
Yeah, definitely ain't. Probably all the other races are looking fine. It probably is where Anthony was right behind Nigel, so he's probably saw Nigel fly.
It does say in the ACC server handbook, you know, that one person can affect the server if they've got pretty bad lag.
Can it?
Yeah. You'll see it in the server stats if you've got those up within your game. You'll see that the server will peak and the quality of service will go down. You have to keep an eye on that one, I think.
So where are you guys at, Charger?
I'm in the UK.
No, I mean your car.
Audi. He's
Audi's 27th, yeah. He's chasing down Carzolia and John D. He's doing all right there. He was quite happy to start mid-pack. Sometimes a smart move.
My teammate Banksy, Godzilla, as he's known now on RWB. He started 20th and he's jumped 2 spaces, now 18th. Go on, son.
That's not the easiest car to drive. That GTR.
Oh, but we were still messaging each other about the setup, and I said, "How's the setup, man? You sent it to me, and I've changed it." He goes, "I'm still getting quite a lot of push mid corner." I said, "What's different than the rebound then at the front?" And he goes, "But then I didn't hear nothing more of him." So I don't know if he did that or he didn't. I thought, oh, I have to wait and see how he does. Lost the driver because he's jumped up to, unless he's passed another one. Banksy's gone up to 17th now.
I think we've lost someone because we started with 45. We've got 44 now.
Looks like I don't know if it's Olivier or if it's Oliver Curtin is charging back up through the field. I don't know if he had a bad start.
Yeah, it's 23rd. Is he challenging Ben? Is it?
Yeah. He came up pretty quick.
Well, you guys know how quick he was in the first league.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a quick racer, so he'll be pushing. He had a great race last week in the Ferrari at Barcelona. He was pushing.
I forgot to tell Audi if he gets past Ben to give him the one finger wave.
Maybe Audi will save that for you and me.
Well, you two jump in and say, "Let's go."
Do you know, I was checking the results from last week. You know, I was saying that I had to have a pedal when I went in the pits because I had 45-second stop. So I was about 15 seconds because of damage anyway, and I think I was 15 seconds because I couldn't zip my fly up quick enough. So when I checked the results, I was only 20 seconds behind you, Gray.
Here's your man. He's on screen now.
So you're saying the zipper cost you the race?
Well, the slight damage I had that I didn't realise I had cost me the 15 seconds anyway. But yeah, if I hadn't have had the P, which I was desperate for, I'd have been catching you. It would have been interesting.
It's like Audi is crawling all over Ben. Ben had a little bit of a mistake in turn.
He's past him now.
He's past him, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, I totally missed that. When did that happen?
I think the camera just went off and it happened. Oh, Audi's run wide. Oh dear.
Told you guys. Sheen's is the corner where people mess up. I think you can go a lot quicker through it than you can, and suddenly hit the grass on the outside and it'll take you. Or even just clip the grass on the coming up to the corner, you can easily lose it. One thing is, I've noticed, Cos is having a great race. He's 32nd at the moment, so he's doing really well at the moment.
Oh, he hasn't crashed this way then.
And not like last week, driving into parked cars. God love.
To be fair, it was tough last week. You could hardly see a thing at the beginning.
I saw the replay of from his car and that thunderstorm you guys were driving through. Suddenly, I don't know if he got
big crash.
Big crash, and that was your teammate, I reckon. I think.
Yeah, it was, Ben.
Yes, it was.
Ben, so I don't know if you want to speak to Ben and team speak and see what happened.
Oh,
looked like he had a little bit of help.
I think he got tapped there.
Yeah, I think there was a nose in and yeah, we just got turned on the straight.
that's unfortunate. By what is that guy's name?
Who are you on about?
The black and green Ferrari, who's just in front of Nigel Wood. There's the ones who was battling with Ben at the time. Looks like Nikos. Unfortunately, I'm not going to try and say his last name because he's Greek, and so I don't want to make a prat of myself on the stream.
I'll just call him Nicholas.
Nicholas, yeah, he's in. He is driver 1 today, but even though he got told that his teammate should have started this race because he missed the time.
I think we actually tested it. It's best for your first driver to go in first, but I think even if you join the wrong way around, it still works. But your mileage may vary, you know, so you're better to go in order. Maybe they've got away with it and they can swap. I was just looking at Darren King there. He's a Ford test driver now, I think, for something. He drives a Ford Sim Racing.
Oh, does he? Bloody hell.
Yeah. Got a thing with him. He's pretty quick, though.
So, can you run through the leaderboard as join see where everyone is? Have a rundown.
Yeah, well, we've got Nurburgring in first, Tavares in second, Nate Newcomer's in third, Jake, Old Speedy Demons in fourth, and Darren King's up his hole. Well, a couple of seconds. They're pretty evenly matched. Speed's fast, Darren's fast, you know. Helnick, where I expected him to be in the top 5, 6. Tyrion Dave's doing well. He's I think he's Tiger's team, right?
Yeah, did you? I don't know what happened last week. Tiger said the pit stops for Dave to go round and it was wet, and he jumped in and Tiger didn't tell him to change it from dries, so he went out on dry tyres. He went from 5th or 4th, I think. After one lap, went down to like 30 seconds. Causes crashed as Sheen's again.
Yeah, so we've got Andy San and then Door and Winchie. I think he's doing a solo, so he's not in a team. And Zerak's there, Sim Racing Tools, who's sponsoring this league, by the way. Get that software. It's well worth getting.
Brilliant software.
You might need a degree in science, but get that software.
Science, engineering, maths, you name it, you might need it.
I definitely need to get on board with that. That sounds like it's right up my alley. I just don't know if I have the time for it, you know?
To be honest, mate, as it's you're in the league, man, we're in Discord, we've got that channel. I'll put your name down and Zach will give you a free license for the game.
Yeah, it's something I should get into. It's something I just don't have the time to do it. But I mean, Zach does some good Q&As. If anyone wants to learn those, jump on the Discord. I think he's doing a few more where he goes through the software and tells you exactly what you need to do to balance the car out. You know, it's awesome stuff. It's completely way over my head. But I picked out the main points, like the good stuff that you can do quick and dirty tunes with.
You'd have a bit of dirty, don't you?
I like it dirty, yeah.
So, where's D-Bag's gone? He was he's still 12. That's someone, Div Smith. I don't know if that's in chat said. D-Bag is so rubbish. But at the moment, he ain't doing rubbish at the moment. P12 in a very fast set of...
I don't know. Who said that? Div Smith. He's doing all right.
He's doing bloody well at the moment. One thing is, Alwyn, who's just in front of your teammate, Charge. Last night he was worried about this race tonight because he goes, "Oh, Brands is not my favourite track, and I can't really say any good times." But at the moment he's sitting in 23rd, so you can't really complain. Fortunately, Chris, we can't change the channel camera views and click on people in ACC. The broadcast stuff is rubbish. You can't.
We're just running auto race director tonight because we won't all be in there for the full stint, so it's on auto director. You should catch all the relative or relevant crashes or overtakes or action. So it should go through the whole field eventually.
Yeah, one thing is during the 6 hour Suzuki we did, say a month ago, I think it was like a few weeks ago, a month ago. Auto Director did a bloody good job on catching people on that, but when you get some good battles, it's a bit annoying how it changes when you want to stay with someone. But
yeah,
at the moment it's good. On the stream now, if we're watching Zach at the moment, behind him is Debug. So there you go, guys. He's got his license. He's just getting Ryan Winch rearing up his backside, so you better be careful.
The golden comment from Debug when he first raced through, why am I so fucking slow? He only had traction and everything on, didn't he? And,
Yeah.
or he didn't have it on. It was the FRX, the Formula Cup. Why am I so fucking slow? And it was like, well, are you using traction? No, I don't use traction. Well, you might want to use. Oh, the penny dropped.
Yeah, definitely in that car you need to.
I've just had word from my teammate that he's got a puncture.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah, and he's gonna be pitting in the next couple of laps, but he's gonna run the full race. So,
was it a curb strike or something? Did he say?
He didn't say.
Where's William Woods, Medicine's teammate? Medicine's Gold's teammate. Because Medicine's is in chat. Because how's the race? No, Skull. Medicine Skull, you know.
Oh, I'm not sure who Skull's teammate is.
I've got the team list in front of me. It's William Woods.
I can't actually see him on the list though.
Ah, that's that guy's. Just quickly, Medicine, as you're in the chat, bud. What's happened to you guys? Ah, they're not racing tonight. We aren't racing.
Okay.
Fair enough. There's me trying to find your teammate for you, and there's bloody not even there. But the race is going really well at the moment. Has some good passes. Set some real quick, fast times at the moment. Fortunately, we had someone had to pit early, which was Mike Amarasa. He lost his downshift. I don't know if that's in his controls or in the car itself or anything. So he had to pit after the first lap. And just found out your teammate's got a puncture. Do you know, was it the front left? Because that overheats rapidly on this track.
I'm not sure which one it is, but he's just told me it was a curb that he hit. So yeah, be careful of those curbs.
He already been in and out.
He hasn't been in yet. No, he's going to run it until the pressure gets too low.
Also, unfortunately for Greedy's teammate, who's with us in the comms, he's Ben Davis. He got bumped up the rear. Looked like he got a bit of help and going up Pilgrim into Druids and hit the wall quite hard. Do you know what's happened with him?
Yeah, he's still out there running. I don't think we took much damage. I think we might have tapped the wall a little bit, but front end looks all right. So he's just going to continue running.
Very good.
Looks like there's a few running wide on these corners.
You know, the tough part when something like that happens is getting your head back in the game and not driving with anger or frustration, you know, and kind of just settling back into your rhythm. And that's the important part. Looks like he's closing down on the places in front of him, though, so he's doing well.
Just past Westerberg, so he's coming back up the field, so it's good to see. Less Westerberg's gone by because Anthony Pecolino's also passed him in 33rd and 34th.
Yeah, I was finding with the going off track, you know, the worst thing is coming back on track with dirty tyres and you forget about it. You know, you've got to scrub that shit off the tyres.
Oh yeah, big time.
Because you go into the next corner and you just got over it. Chris Haler in the house. Is that Andy's dad?
If it is, your boy is about to be on the stream because we're obviously a few seconds ahead of you guys, and he's on the stream. We're watching him on the rear view mirror, watching him back to the track master, Rigel, Mr. Smug himself.
Yeah, Rigel's struggling a bit in this series. He's consistent, but he's not where he's normally in the top 5, isn't he?
It's his dad.
Hello, Andy's dad. He's doing well, honestly. To be 12th, and in some of with some of these guys with 45 races, that's a pretty good position to be in.
Yeah, and he's also his teammates with Madley, who is so fast. When Madders has got his thinking game on, he's bloody quick. So you got two quick guys. As the stream's gone on to, will be going on from after to Gunpowder. He told Limpan, his teammate, he goes, I'm starting this race no matter what, because I've been in the last 2 races, my teammates have put me on dry tyres or worn tyres in the pits. So I'm starting.
And he didn't.
He's starting. He's just about to overtake Xavier Eugene, come into Clark Curve.
Yeah, I think Limpan had some problems at the start of the race with getting. I don't actually know if he's connected in the server to do the second stint because he wasn't to start with. He was going to restart his computer in the game.
Hopefully, hopefully he can rejoin and see what happens.
Oh dear, there was a bit of an off there. I'm not sure who that was actually.
Voodoo Child, looks like.
Is it Voodoo?
Yeah, he's dropped a couple of places. There he goes, dropped another one. Mike Paul just past him.
So much running on the grass, it's crazy.
Yeah, but one thing is though, with they do track limits and you get a penalty. You only remember ACC, you only get 3 laps to do it, or you DQ straight away.
Yeah, that's true.
So teammates who, if you get a drive through, make sure the guys take it fairly sharpish. You Moyes fans, your helmet is still in 5th. He's 5 seconds. Is that 5 seconds from Jake at the moment?
Yeah.
So
He's got Tyrion Davis half a second behind now. So
yeah, David's very fast around here. I think he loves that Ferrari. But Nate's doing well in the Bentley. He's all week he was saying good 24s, 25s all practice this week. And he's Flack's teammate. So Flack's obviously missing this week out, and Nate's come in and showing him how it's done.
that's the great thing about these solo and teams. You know, it's like tonight. I was going to do the second stint. Eddie's, you know, decided on the fly he's going to do the whole thing because he's got the puncture. He has pitted now, so it's nice how that works.
Really, with Audi, he should what my teammate should have done last week when he got damaged is overfill the car so he don't have to pit again.
Oh, he won't be pitting again.
Nah, that's what oh, that's a risky old pass.
Yeah. Oh, that was a nice one.
So Xavier went, I'm happy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Do you a question, Medicine? No, I'm not, mate, because I was planning on doing comms and then we had to mix up during the day. So I just told Banksy just do the whole race, mate, and I was going to stay in comms, but things happen now. I am in comms.
Oh, you've got a bit of history for the track as well, Taz?
Yeah, I have, mate. I've got a lot of history about the track. If you guys want to hear.
Yeah, far away.
As the track, it's located in southeast England, in the county of Kent. Lies a 2.43 mile or 3.91 kilometers amazing fast bumpy GP circuit. Brands is famous known with its downhill first corner paddock hill bend. It's pretty scary when things happen, but it's got 9 corners in total, and 5 in the Indy version, which is where the stream is at now. Unfortunately, as Tiger was always talking about parabolicas, and Brands doesn't have one, so unfortunately that won't apply to Brands. The history about the track is the first ever race held at Brands was in actually 1928, when a group of cyclists around London cycled up to Brands farm where it was held, and after 125-mile bike ride, unbelievable, 128 or 125 miles, and sat there and thought, God, this is nice hills and bends and stuff. And the first race was held at 1920, as I was saying, but it wasn't motorsport, it was cross country runners versus mountain bikes. And who do you reckon won? The runners did. And they but after World War II they first got into proper motorsport racing. After World War II it got serious in 1947. They changed the track going from first to anti-clockwise to clockwise round. And the first proper race was held in a few years after making all the changes, which was their first 500c F3 car, which only going around in a, not like the track it is, or even India is even shorter, which was only a small 1 mile track. Over the years it got improved, and then you, in the 60s you now see the layout what it was, and from 64 to 86 was known as British GP Grand Prix track in the F1 until...
Pardon the interruption, fellas, but I need to go join my race teammate and call some strategy, so I'm going to bounce out of the booth. Have a great rest of the broadcast. Sorry for the...
That's cool, man.
No worries, good.
Yeah, so got held for the British GP track, which is good. And famous words from Murray Walker about F1 and brands and Silverstone. He was saying, why have the authorities spent all these millions trying to make Silverstone the best, greatest track we have in Britain, but when they already had a great track in brands? So if Murray Walker is saying that, no one else is going to argue him. But at the moment, events held here is GTs like this one, obviously. DTMs have come back to brands. We've had Formula One. Motorbikes are still here. British Superbikes, British Racing Cycling Club, and the lower non-professional races and other small events. So which is good. So also they have the British or European truck racing here. So that's pretty good fun watching the trucks fly around brands. But famously for brands is Nigel Mansell. His first ever victory in a F1 race, it was at Brands in 1986, and then he just carried on winning more and more. Unfortunately, there has been deaths like most racing circuits. 53 drivers, 1 official have lost their lives at Brands. The last one was Dan Thomas, who was a young coming racer in British Racing Cycle Racing Club on the 13th of July. I was actually there when it happened because one of my friends raced in No Limits, which is part of the Racing Motorcycle Club. But most famous one was, you probably guys know, is Henry Surtees, son of John Surtees, the FIA Formula 2 racing driver. He crashed at Westfield Bend on the bottom of the vast Hawk End corner and then going to Westfield. He crashed and unfortunately died there. And soon after he died and gone out, died and killed there, they changed it, made the track a lot different to longer gravel. So that's why you guys, when you get in there, you're going to get stuck because they've changed it. And the latest update, also on the track update, is as it's lockdown at the moment around the world, they're making Clark Corner and clearways that come up to the Benham Straight. They're making the gravel pit longer and further, so safer for everyone as well. So that is Brands Hatch.
Well, I can add to that, it's a bastard.
But it is a bastard of a track, but I bloody love Brands. So
how can you not love Brands? You know, it's part of our heritage, really, isn't it? So same way as anyone loves their own racetracks. We've got a few good tracks. It's just not my favourite track. I just don't gel with it at all.
yeah, absolutely.
I know it like the back of my hand. It used to be my test track for force feedback testing on Project Cars 2. It was the first track I'd go to because you've got all the, you know, the G's that you pull in and the curves are really rough. So it's a great track for testing force feedback. But it's just not for me. I'm glad Audi's doing all right, actually.
Just looking at on the leaderboard, or we see Sean, unfortunately, in the chat. RW Sean. He got too much lag. Our Canadian friend. Miss you out there, buddy. Yeah, he got too much lag, so he puts out this one, and it looks like RW Robert de Villas. He's pulled out as well. He's sitting in the pits. You can't probably see it in the stream at the moment, but I've just noticed it. But also, you're talking about Darren King. He's now down to 16th, and he's in the pits.
He might just be pulling his pit stop early.
Oh, yeah, it looks like he has.
Yeah.
That's a short pit stop, isn't it? Obviously. What do you reckon with the when people come in for the pit stops, do you reckon they do 45 as a 1 hour and a half race, or?
I was when I was talking strategy to Audi earlier, I was saying that I found last week that running I did an hour, just over an hour, and because you're passing all the people that are doing a 50-50, you get some clear track, which is what you want. And I think I got up to 5th doing that. And yeah, obviously I pitted a bit later. I got some traffic on the pit stop when I came out, but nowhere near what I would have done if I'd have done the half pit like everyone else. So I think staggered pit stops are probably the way to go. Some people might be doing like now, 50, 60 minutes in instead of the 45. Sorry, yeah, 50 minutes. What is it? Yeah, 50 minutes in.
40 minutes would be 50 minutes left.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the tyres are no problem. You've got to change the tyres on the pit stop. The fuel, I think, I'll run for about 115, something like that. So I said to her, obviously, Audi's pitted now and he's not going to pit again. But, I was like, well, just run it until the fuel runs out, basically, and I'll take over. That's changed. We were winging it.
Yeah, that's what we were going to. What my teammate Godzilla was. We were going to see, and usually I said, you do the first hour, jump in for the last half hour if that's the case, or whatever. But at the moment, we haven't seen Godzilla on the stream at the moment. But he started 20th and he's up to 13th. So go on, boy. Oh, he's dropped down to 15th. I don't know if he's pitting or he's had an off. But if he has, he's going to be kicking himself because all last week Banksy was in my ear going mental.
I've just had notification from my teammate. There is rain forecast in the next half an hour.
Oh, you hear that? Rain is coming.
Well, it's forecast.
Well, it's 30% chance of rain this weekend. So last week was 20% and we got thunderstorms. So 30% this time. So what will we get?
It's certainly going to change the dynamic if everyone's got to go back in pit for tyres. In fact, it'd be the ones that haven't pitted now that would gain from the rain, actually, because they'll only have to pull one pit stop.
Yeah, true.
And there is a lot of them that haven't pitted, so they might have seen that forecast and think, I'm going to stay out.
Oh no. Is check your as you're in the game, mate. Where's Alwyn? He's just posted in Discord that the league chat. Wait, where Nigel or Sean or whoever's lagging has ruined his race. He's just appeared in front of him and he couldn't go anywhere.
Is that who it was? Nigel?
I think Nigel was like flying and going all over the place, wasn't he? So I don't know if he's in there got sorted itself out. Is Alwyn out of the race now? I'm not really sure.
I'm not sure.
That's the problem. You try with auto, you want to see it, and then you can't.
We're on Andy San at the minute. Nigel's behind him, so
yeah. Helmet's doing right. Helmet's having a good little race. It's consistently in 4th, so it's good to see. I think he's a lot happier tonight's race than he was last night. He in our race room Friday Night League, what we streamed last night, he had a couple of spins and he was pretty peed off with himself.
Yeah, I think he did alright the first race, didn't he? Second race, he cocked it up.
First race he got up to 4th and steady, and then spun on his own accord, and that he was saying. So he redeemed himself in the second, then did exactly the same. So he just thought, "Oh bollocks, so this is going to be my drop race for this league, and hopefully improve for next week."
I was just looking at the ones that have pitted actually, and there's only what 1, 2, 3 in the top 22. There's actually about only some of the ones from 32 onwards have pitted. So I think it's going to change quite a lot with the positions.
Oh, Jordan's in for Wayne Comms. Let's drag him down.
Yeah, bring him down.
Hi, Don. How are you, mate? You're live on YouTube and Twitch. How was it?
Not perfect.
Have you done the first stint?
Yeah, I've done the first stint. I was the collateral damage of the shunt between helmet and someone else. Someone pushed helmet and then he went straight into me. So then I dropped back to last because I waited to join safety. And then, I don't know, someone from the back that I overtook couldn't hold his line, and then I got some damage. So yeah, we are lap down, unlapping ourselves.
Right. And we see in the stream that you guys are 37th at the moment, 3 laps from the leaders. So, but Yukif, he's a quick driver, so I'm sure you'll get some places.
Yeah, I mean, being a few laps down is a bit it's hard, but you know the rain will start soon, so maybe this is our.
Oh, that's what we've just found out that by Audi, your teammate, wasn't it? That there's rain coming.
It's definitely going to be interesting.
You can definitely see by the colour of the stream that the cloud cover is definitely coming over. I reckon most of these guys are going to wait until it starts rain, I reckon.
It would be a nice option to have on the stream to see, you know, who already pitted for rain, because I think that most of them will most of them, I think that will already run out of gas before the rain comes, so I believe there will be double.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will be looking at that forecast there and thinking, I'm going to string it out till the rain comes and then do my pit stop, if they can.
Yeah, Zach's just come in. Racing Sentinels, as we said, sponsors us, our league and that. So he's probably now swapping with the Wizard, the Tech Guru, FX. So he's probably jumping in the car, I reckon now.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't actually look like it. I don't know if is FX jumped in or not.
I'm not sure if he has yet. I was just reading the YouTube there. Nico Perez, yeah, it was 45 started. So it is a 50 grid, so we had 5 no-shows this week, but we did get information that some people couldn't make it. But yeah, 42 on track on Brands Hatch is a lot of cars, and yes, it is worth buying.
Oh, absolutely. I wasn't sure about it, but since I've got it, I've loved every minute of racing on it. It's a real good game, and with this simulator, you definitely need to drive smoother. If you push it, you won't get anywhere in it, and I found that out the hard way.
Yeah, I mean, we I think most of us bought it in early access, and while I was pretty disappointed with it when it first came out, it took about 12 months for them to get it to a stage where I think it was worthy of league racing. Now, you know, I'm pretty impressed with it, to be honest. It's got everything you need for leagues.
Sorry to put in there.
Watching that.
Someone was lapping some guys and they were battling, and I think one of the guys didn't see Carlos and they tagged each other. So hopefully there's no damage to each other, and the lap cars move out of his way really. Do I quickly drag Banks into a team 1 or 2 and tell him their rain's coming?
Have you not got a radio link with him?
No, because he was doing it on his own today, so I haven't bothered. Tim.
Oh, someone's just gone off there. Looks like a bit of an accident. Eddie's just ploughing his fields there.
Yeah, I just pre-checked TeamSpeak and see if he was in there, but he ain't. Oh, the Moyes lot have woken up, and there you go, guys. He's in the car now, so let's see how he does. But on the Tigers teammate Dave is in second at the moment, so I'm not sure when Tiger's jumping in, but he's going to be well at the front.
You know, they could be making an executive decision. You know, as I said with Eddie, if he's doing well, carry on. Tiger could say, Dave, you're doing the job, crack on.
I think that's the way me and Banksy's going to be doing it, because Banksy's what 3 seconds, 4 seconds quicker than I am. So if he's doing really well, I'm just going to let him carry on. Because at the moment, from 20th up to 7th, I'll just let him carry on doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, some people are better at tracks than others, aren't they? You know, just pick your strengths.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like Banksy last week. He had a bloody awesome race last week, going up the field up to following you guys into the top 10 from starting like 23rd, 24th near you guys, and his wet setup seemed to work really well, and now he's well up there again. Come in the pits actually, Banksy has.
Yeah, FX has took over from Xerax, they're 15th. He'll be happy with that. It's all going to change if it rains.
Oh yeah, big time. And I reckon obviously the dries do last a while in the wets, but suddenly if it's more, it rains harder and harder, the tyres do mess up and then they overheat really fast. So not overheat, they'll get cold really quickly, so no grip, and we'll see what happens in the last 36 minutes.
Do you maybe know, has anyone filled their full tank so they will be able to wait the rain?
I full fueled last week with the intention of it drying up. So I think possibly, you know, taking, I don't know, 60 litres or 100 litres, it's not really a major difference on your lap times, a few tenths. So, yeah, the ones that are probably half fueled will be kicking themselves if there is rain. But I think it's always best, because the weather's so dynamic, it's always best to err on the side of caution so you can run a longer stint, you know, and push it into that weather change. Oh, Tiger's in the car now.
Go on, Tiger. He's in 8th. Oh no, Mohammed Carolina, as Tiger was calling him last week. I told you, Sheens is going to get people, and there's another victim. Jake Speed Demon hasn't pitted. Carlos Barros, well, balls out completely. He
Carlos Bolanos,
yeah, he hasn't pitted, and neither has Nigel Wood. They're the only three who hasn't pitted so far in this whole race. So the winner of last week's race, Christian Televena, is it? How do I pronounce his last name? Christian. Oh,
Taverain.
Televena. Sorry if I pushed that. He won quite comfortably last week, didn't he? He was consistent throughout the whole race last week in the rain. He's sitting in P4 at the moment, so it'll be good to see how he does. Peter Henning, who was bloody fast at the start of last week's race in the rain. He was pretty fast, and he's in P3. So all the guys who were at the top there now from race 1's first stint have now on track. So it's going to be quite interesting for the last 35 minutes.
Yeah, it will be really interesting when someone decides to change the tires. I mean, this could be a 2-3 seconds per lap difference if you change too early or if you change. Plus, you could destroy your wets like in 2 laps.
Oh yeah, definitely. If it's not wet enough on the track, they'll just overheat and gotta be gone.
Right now it shows only light rain, and since it's really hot, I think the slicks will be optimum for quite a long.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's quite strange though, because then when you watch the streams and that, you see it, and it doesn't look like it's raining. Like it wasn't raining very hard last week in the stream when outside the car, but when it got changed over to the cockpit, and then you saw how hard the rain was. Oh my god, what a big change that was. Unfortunately, in the background there, someone was sliding around there. I didn't see who it was, fortunately. Did you guys see who was in the gravel?
I didn't know. Yeah. I was just looking for I was just looking where D-Bug was. Who's his teammate?
Madley. RWB Madley. They're
Oh,
sitting
okay,
in 13th. Yeah, Madley was Beans' teammate, and then after the instant what? Beans got a bit annoyed, and there's someone else is there who spun, and but Madley's asked to be with Debug, and them two are setting really good times in practice this week.
It's really a notorious track for spinning. There is no room for error, just one tire on the grass. And
so at the moment, it looks like Speed's still out at the moment. He's still racing. He hasn't come in the pits, and Nigel Wood hasn't pitted yet either. So he's dropped. He went up to P10, and now he's dropping down. He's now P20. So I don't know if he's hit his tyres too much or worn them out or something, and overheated the front left, because it does get hot.
Yeah, Scott. I think Nigel Wood's got some connection issues there. I don't know if that's affected his race, but
Yeah,
he was definitely glitching out at pad earlier, wasn't he?
yeah. He went down Paddock Hill. Instead of going down Paddock Hill, he flew into the crowd and then come back onto the track. Unfortunately, with him lagging quite bad. It caused Allwyn some problems and stuff. So hopefully it weren't too bad and that. Hopefully Nigel's internet sorted himself out.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. I think.
Bob, your Gabsy is doing alright actually. Last time I saw you, where's Gabsy, Charge?
I'm not sure where Gabsy is actually.
He was doing really
Sorry
well.
to interrupt, but the weather just changed. So in 10 minutes we will have light rain, and in 30 minutes we will have heavy rain.
So heavy rain at the end of the race.
Changed that. Yeah, at exactly the end of the race.
So if you hear that, guys, next 10 minutes we carry on with this light rain, drizzly, English, British weather. Fucking rubbish weather. Don't you hate that sort of weather? It's just that light rain where it sticks to you and soaks you for no reason. Then right at the end of the last 20 minutes? 20 minutes time, last 5 minutes, heavy rain will come, so that could change completely the race.
I'll jump off now, guys, because I need to strategize with my team.
Anyways, thanks for popping in, mate.
Cheers, John.
I still can't see Gabsy for you, Bob, but I'll keep an eye out and see his name. I'll shout it out for you, because as he was doing really well in the Porsche. He got a real good setup in there, and he was setting some good pace. He was in the top 20, but at the moment he isn't. So unless he's pitted and lost places there. There, yeah, the Pones jumped in. He was setting some quick laps around Brands in practice. All week he's in P6 at the moment, so he's doing bloody well. You changed your livery there, Winchy? After Tiger ripped it last week, the most boring blue, ugly colour livery. Ah,
Hello.
hello, Debug.
How's it going?
Yeah, good mate. It seemed like you were enjoying your time out there, bud.
There's no enjoyment in that at all, mate. Me and Hadley are sitting there going, what's going on? Whatever's going on, it's good. Let's keep it up.
Someone's crashed out their side button there, mate. Just saw in the stream that someone hit the wall coming down to Pilgrim or up to Druids. Pink and white car. Who's the other pink and white car? Not Napoleon.
Pink. I was going to say Napoleon's always in a pink car, isn't it?
Yeah, but it weren't Napoleon. At the bat in Debug. Carry on, mate.
No, it's, I mean, me and Madley have been working quite a bit on the car the last week, and it just seemed, I don't know, it's just felt really, really good. He's currently got mad out in his sights, 0.8 seconds in P11. So yeah, it's we're both really happy with our pace in qualifying and practice, and yeah, no, I'm absolutely over the moon about how we did on the first stint. I think the rain's coming, so yeah,
it's going to change everything, isn't it, with the rain?
Yeah, just found out that you got light rain carrying on for the next 10 minutes, and then right at the end of the race you got heavy rain coming or something.
Really? Oh god.
You got out of it just in time, I think.
Oh well, we've done a bit of setting up for the rain as well, so I think that was unfortunate. A bruiser cut straight in. Yeah, no, I think we're set up for the rain as well. So, but I guess it all depends with Madley. It all depends how comfortable he is on the dries as it starts raining. 26 minutes. Can we stay out there? We probably can.
50. 54. Who's 54?
So, how's it looking for everyone else? Because obviously, Mr. Smug, I really hated making a mistake and having him pass me, but I'm sure he was laughing.
It's boys in there now. Isaac's in there.
Okay.
So I think he's he was up near the top in the top 10. I think he was right with you, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was behind me for quite some time.
When you just see a big ass Bentley up there, it's the Rigel and Isaac. Yeah. I'm actually quite impressed. I thought the track would be a lot more condensed, but it's been quite nice for us actually with the amount of cars on track, and it's been really, really nice driving actually. Just quickly about in there again. Got Helmet waiting to jump in the comms, so let's see how he does. But there you go, Isaac's P7. So I've dragged Helmet down. Hello, Helmet, mate.
He might have gone for a piss. Your dad was in here earlier, Andrew.
I know. Do you know what? He was he phoned me up after my stint was done. He was like, "That was brilliant. Oh mate, I was watching it. We were all watching it. That was amazing. This stream's so cool and stuff like that." It was so funny. Because I run a Rust server, and I gave them all the link today, and so half the Rust server I play on is all watching it as well.
Oh, nice one.
So who's so where's Zerax and his team, mate? I'm curious because we were obviously racing Zerax really hard, and that just seems unbelievable. Like racing with Zerax, that was crazy.
It's FX, isn't it? I'm not sure where it's. Oh, he's in 16.
Asked him. Oh, brilliant! I mean, not brilliant for FX, but. But no, it's great. Also, it's great driving from everyone as well. Everyone's been really respectful, and yeah. Oh, my baby's waking up. I gotta go, lads.
No worries.
Oh, cheers for that, lads. I'll be back in a bit.
Catch you later. You there, Helmet?
Yeah, guys, I didn't want to just butt in, but
No, it's cool. How was the race for you?
very good. I stayed on the track pretty much, so didn't spin out. Had one off fairly wide into the dirt, but no, I think it was a solid drive. I'm pleased with that one.
Yeah, there was a few bit of argy-bargy on the first couple of laps we caught, but and I think I think Nigel Wood's lagging a bit. There's been a couple of complaints about that. I don't know if that's causing a server-wide issue. Did you see any lag in there? Or?
Yeah, I was in the middle of that lot, and I think at the front there, and definitely I took light damage from someone hitting me in the side, so there was quite a bit of hard banging going on, but hard to say who it was, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, there was Dom came in just before you and said someone hit into you, and then got pushed straight into front of him, and they got damaged due to it.
Yeah, it was a bit scrappy those first few corners, but as Rigel said at the start, it's a narrow track, isn't it? And it's very, very hard to get round there with that many cars, but there you go, it happened.
Well, it's not too bad. I mean, we started with 45. I think we've still got 42 in there, something like that. 41. Still an awful lot of cars to have on Brands Hatch.
Especially when
Yeah.
the pit limit is only 24, or is it 20? I think 'cause there ain't many.
You get on in your stint charge?
Well, Andy said he's going to do the full stint because he got a puncture. So it seemed pointless him coming in. I think he came in before the hour was up.
there's rain on the
Well
screen. Sorry.
before. I think he was like 30 seconds or something, 30 minutes into his stint, and he got a puncture. So he said he's just going to pit and carry on. I was quite willing to take over. Oh, the rain's coming.
Yeah, I was just saying. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
Yeah. I've just seen that the spots are quite heavy on Madley's windscreen. So,
the wipers haven't started yet. That's losers' tears. That is. It's not rain.
oh, and Madley's just spun off.
Oh shit.
That's fine. That's fine. He's still 12th. That's good.
This is going to make the last 20 minutes interesting.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to go and I'm going to spend some time speaking to Madley, keeping him safe.
Just make sure you don't stick the bottle in Madley's mouth and the wheel in the baby's hands.
Adders and Debug had some good pace, guys, in practice, didn't you?
I've just got.
Yeah, they're still doing well, actually. I think we're
Yeah.
12. Yeah.
I finished my stint in 10th, which I was absolutely astounded.
Well done, mate.
And Madders is 12th. He's chasing down Tiger, and Mad Hour he almost had, but I've just told him that, keep his head down, see how the tyres feel towards the end. He might have to come in, might not. But yeah, no, amazing pace.
Well, looking at the heavy rain, it doesn't look like that's going to come in. It looks like they'll be able to potentially stay out on slicks through to the end.
Nice. Right, I am going to go, lads. Cheers for
Yeah,
chat.
take care, mate.
Cheers, Bob. Yeah, I was just talking to my teammate there. He said it's not too bad, so I think you're right. They'll be staying on slicks.
Yeah, one practice session I was in, it rained quite often, and but it was light raining. I think it lasted like 6-7 laps of slicks, and then the heavy rain come. And when the heavy rain do come, it comes, and it and then you're all over the place. You would have to pit then, but like the report says, it's not until the end of the race, another 10-15 minutes till the heavy rain comes, so hopefully they'll just stay out, I reckon.
Bob's making popcorn if anyone's interested. Can I have butter? I don't like salted. It's bad for.
I don't like butter or salted, so can I have sweet, please?
Sugary popcorn. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, RWB orange that Mr. Ben Davis is wearing in the waiting for the comms, so let's drag him down. Hello, Benny boy.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Orange.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. How was your race?
It was all right. Did you catch it on the stream?
We caught a few of your moments. Yeah, who's your teammate?
Greedy.
Yeah.
Oh, Greedy, of course. Yeah, he was in here earlier. Yeah, you were doing all right. You said you were doing all right.
Yeah. Did you catch a spin?
Yeah, did you get tapped, or was it just a spin
We
race?
got a bit of a tap.
Yeah, and Nicholas, I think.
Yeah, I didn't get the name, but I know it was the flashy green Ferrari.
Black and green one, wasn't it?
Yeah, black and green. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. He came into the straight, or going up to the straight. He got a bit of a wobble. I took a chance, went for it, and just he tapped the back of my car, and I just spun round. It was a really clean tap. I'll give that to him.
What do you expect from people that drive Ferraris? Tosses. Audi drivers, tossers.
It's part of racing, isn't it?
BMW
Yeah.
drivers, tossers. It's only the Lexus drivers that are really considerate drivers, you know.
That's
Especially
pretty
when they
I
got
would
their
say
flat
that
cap
'cause
and
I'm in
slippers
that.
on. I'll tell you who was putting a lot of pressure on me in the first stint was Dave in the Ferrari. He had some good pace in that Ferrari. Couldn't shake him off.
Tiger's spun at Druids.
Oh, that's Tiger.
Oh, so there's someone else
Yeah,
there as well.
Tiger had a bit of a spin, didn't he? I didn't catch it, but I caught the tail end of it.
Someone else with Tiger there as well. Don't know who else he got bumped with.
Just hearing from my teammate there, I think it was Audi that was involved with a Tiger incident there.
Oh, no.
15 to go.
It looks like the leaders, Pete and Christian, who were pretty fast last week, back up the top. Fairly close to each other at the moment. Is it? Oh no, my mistake. The time's just popped up. Pete's 18 seconds ahead at the moment. He was awesome last week. His pace was unbelievable. So could be another podium for him this week.
Distinct dry line on the track now.
Yeah, people are starting to struggle now. You can see them all starting to get a little bit sideways.
It does look like it is coming down a lot quicker. It does look like it's getting heavier. All you Moyes and your the Moyes fan club in YouTube are back, and they're someone else is spun there. I don't know who that was. In going with Greedy. I don't know who's in there.
Oh, is there? I'm not watching the stream either, so I'll watch it later. But he's got a fan club in there, is he? Cool.
Oh yeah, massive one, mate.
Yeah,
Absolutely huge.
the Mildly Moyes fan club.
The last league, the guys every shoe up, cheering his name, everything. So now they're cheering on Moyes, and it goes Moyes and Helmet Team. Let's go.
I'm glad I didn't spin out and let him down now.
Sorry, put the pressure on you.
No, well, there's plenty more races yet. I won't disappoint. You know that. I mean, I will say it is superb to have an influx of new drivers as well, because it really does mix it up and make it more interesting, especially with us starting to run ACC like we are. It's been really good, isn't it? I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely, mate. It's been brilliant. I'm really enjoying the league races in ACC. Really good fun. Oh, someone's spun out in the background. I don't know if that's a back marker, but held it quite well there. There's your teammate, Charge.
Yeah, he's. I was just talking to him actually. Yeah, he's struggled. Oh,
Tom, where you going, fella? You can't bug up there, bud. You're going to the rally course.
Got a roadblock now.
Daddy, she's so got greedy up my ass. I'm just gonna talk to him. I'm just saying to Andy, if Greedy gets past you, just look out for the one finger salute. The one finger wave. Thank you!
There, one of the Moyes fans went, Hans, he went, Helmet, Hero, Moyes, Master. That's what he put in the chat. Yeah, they look like they've still got the dry line there. You can see it, but the rain is coming down a lot harder. It's the difference of camera views when you watch it outside the view of the line. Now you can see the rain, but till you go in cockpit view, it's all inside the car and see how bad it actually getting.
It doesn't actually look too bad in cockpit because I'm watching out here. I mean, he's struggling. He's got damage in the car and he's sliding around a bit. But he said the track's okay. The car's just a bit fecked.
And you've also got to look at the traction control level. Everyone's got that view, so they're
true. Yeah,
it's looking like it hasn't changed, but the car is working a lot harder.
Yeah, I think last week I was running 7 of 8 on traction in that heavy rain. You just had to because it was just like a freaking ice rink.
Right now, it's not too. The rain isn't too bad, but everyone's on dry tyres.
Yeah, at the moment, ACC's got that line where it's quite a big line where the slicks can go in the wet quite long until a certain amount of water, and then they just drop off, don't they? And then wets do take effect. Just kind of like in real life, really, how the track's going and how much the slicks fall off.
Yeah, I just got word from Andy there. It's getting worse. It's getting a lot slippier.
Last 10 minutes, it could change everything.
Do you imagine everyone pitting for the last 5 minutes, last couple of laps?
That is like who's going to bite the bullet first to go on wets? So, Darren King, he dropped off out in the pits and he's gone all the way back up to 4th. And like you're saying, he's a fast old driver, didn't he, Josh? As you were saying, mate.
Yeah, he's done a lot of races in AOI. He's always been up the front, but he makes mistakes by his own admission. You know, he pushes that hard. He makes little mistakes. He's done pretty well tonight to get to 4th.
You see Andy here, Andy on the stream. Andy, he chose the Jag. I went, "Oh, good luck with the Jag, mate. If you're gonna pick it." And a few days before the league goes, "The Jag is shit. I'm going to my favourite car, the McLaren."
Not many people use the Jag.
I don't think anyone uses the Jag. It's so underpowered. It's unbelievable.
It's older, isn't it?
So
because it's older. I had the same problem with the what is it? The older version of the Aston Martin. I liked the look of that, and I tried driving it, and it's just got no power.
It's probably one I built. I used to work for Jaguar building them, so yeah, it's probably one I built. It's a Brummy one. Shit.
You put a shit Mondeo engine in, didn't you?
Yeah. It was Mondeo engines, yeah, you're right. It was pretty much a Ford with a badge Jag on. A Jag badge.
It's Debug's teammate, Madly. In practice all week he was flying. Every practice, when I jumped on the practice server, Mads was in there and he was saying consistent 124s, no matter how much fuel he put in at a time. Helmet, Medicine's just put in the chat. Medicine Skull, he goes, talking about the Jag, possibly me, Napoleon, Helmet use it in the 4-hour Silverstone OTL coming up, shall we?
Yeah, they were talking about it, and I said, yeah, I'm happy to do it. I enjoy it, and I let them choose whatever car you like. I don't care. And when they said the Jag, I was like, But if that's what they want to do, fine.
If you want to just be at the back all the time, then go ahead. But I wouldn't choose the Jag. I chose it for the first league, and then unfortunately I couldn't do the league and that. But yeah, it was. The car is so off pace. It's unreal. And especially no tracks really in ACC help it out.
Yeah, that hotel race, should check it out on the Limit community. Good community. If
No.
anyone wants to join that 4 hours, definitely get on it. We were actually going to put up because we've got obviously the endurance series running. We were going to do a race around then, but they've done that, so we're going to skip it. And any of you guys want to join in for that one, do it. You know, the more the merrier. I think it's teams of 4, isn't it?
Is it teams of 4?
Yeah, teams of 2 or 4.
Oh no, Howie's just got to stop and go. So let's see. He was in P18 after his pit stop, so he's dropping down. It's 22nd. Oh, I like you, mate.
Oh, Eddie's just got tapped by someone.
Oh,
Oh, greedy, naughty boy.
he hasn't hit him off the track, has he?
No, I think he was probably giving him the one finger wave and maybe made a mistake. Oh,
5
and
minutes
Eddie's
to
off.
go.
He went for Greedy went for a move down the inside, but just slipped on the rain and.
Yeah, it is getting slippery.
The question is, so whoever's watching the stream of Greedy, streams on Twitch, he's a good lad. Did he actually give the middle finger wave to Audi while he's passing him, or not?
Possibly, because he knows he's my teammate, and he said, we both said, if we go past, check the window because you'll be getting the one finger. Yeah, got that skull. We'll have a look at that. Just a shout out to Danielle. Hello.
Danny, that's Gabsy's missus. Oh!
Hello there, Danielle.
Oh, that's. Oh no! Oh, that's not a part.
Oh shit! What's happened there?
Yuki lost it going up Pilgrim up to Druids and tapped the driver on his right. So hopefully that's not. Oh no! Is that look like Napone? Catching up to him as he's right down at 38th, and we need to go back to the front, see who's lost positions at the front. There you go. Oh no! What car is that? 27. Look like 27.
That track's pretty wet now.
It does look very wet.
Sorry, I'm not watching the race anymore. I'm just tuning into Danielle while her husband's driving, so he can't do anything about it.
I like it, Gabsy.
Who's got driver of the race? Danielle.
Bad charger.
Stay away from him. Keep required 2 meters away. Then add another couple of meters on top of that.
Cool. I wouldn't be on Danielle if your mum answered my calls.
So, Charge, as you've been here with me all race, driver of the day, who do you reckon? Or even the YouTube, who do you reckon drive that 8 minutes? Pete and Klaus, who stormed there at the front, they were flying kind of well up there, P1. P2, I take it still Christopher.
Isaac's having a good drive.
Who? Isaac? Oh, yeah, Rigel's son.
Oh, hold on a sec. I'll just interrupt this to give you a news flash. Danielle, husband I wish. Is that a proposal? Where?
That's his girlfriend, isn't it?
Yeah, I think she's proposing to Gabza. And he knows nothing about it. I'll be the best man, I don't know. Racer of the events. Tough one, that.
There's been some good battles up there. You and Moyes had a great race. D-Bag's been brilliant. Been up to P10. Really good. Who else?
Fabio's doing well.
Yeah, Fabio's.
9th place.
Oh, brilliant. Well done, Fab. Him and Ryan know each other in person. They work together. So, they take the piss out of each other, really.
I wouldn't reject you, Daniel. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to think. I think Darren King's had a good one, but then again, I expect him to be in the top 5, so it's not unexpected for him to be there.
Yeah, true. Andy Sands have a he's in the pits now. Oh, what's happened to? I'm talking about Andy. He's in the pits. What's happened? Bit the bullet to go for that. There's no point. There's changing pit tires now. You might as well just. Oh, someone's gone off. Big time at Clark Curve there. I don't know if he hit the wall quite hard, but he sure did hit it. I don't know if you guys saw it. Whoa. It'll be in the live stream soon where we're catching up to. You'll just see this white car fly around Clark. Watch the car behind this one here in the stream. Oh, he's gone. I don't know if he held it or not. Fortunately,
Dave's a good call, actually. Yeah, he had an excellent first stint, didn't he? Tiger took over, and
yeah.
I don't know where Tiger is now. Actually, where is he?
Unfortunately, I can't see as auto. It changes, unfortunately.
I'm going to call it for Ada, teammate. Got to have no. I can't not support my teammate.
So at the moment we've just had us Ryan's dad. Hello, Steve, mate. He said Fabio for the race of them.
Fabio, interesting. Yeah, he's done well, hasn't he?
As
Cool there.
probably, yeah, definitely the likes of getting there, cause 28th. Well done, bud. Gabsy finished 29th, guys. It looks like his race is over. So but no, 49. It's off track. But Fabio's won. I think Dave Crew, he's had an awesome race. I don't know who else is in the top 10. Like you say, Isaac's had a really good taking over his dad, showing it how it's done.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of father-son rivalry going on there. You know, the young bucks coming up.
If he takes over his dad, he's going to be a quick racer.
Indeed.
I might try doing that soon. Getting my dad in on the action.
Yeah.
Yeah, to try this for ages.
Well, if you and your dad are doing it, that means your mum's twiddling her thumb. So, you know.
Say that, can you?
Say what the fuck along?
Mrs. Davis, watch out.
Yeah, I won't be able to play this stream back, will I?
Sorry, Archie's mum, I wasn't
Good.
So the race is over. Fortunately, I can't see. Oh my God! Oliver Kern, who was well down the field in the late 20s, is finished 8th. What a drive! Bloody hell, what a drive that was. Carlos also finished P6. Good drive as well. Who is it then, guys? Who's driver of the day then?
That's a good question.
I take Pete in that one, yeah.
Top 10 finish for Debug.
So we've got Hennenberg in first,
Job, mate.
Taverin and Moyes. Taverin in second, Moyes in third, Darren King in fourth. Do you know what? I'm gonna. Yeah. so many good drivers in there that deserve it, isn't there, Redder? Opinions?
Stay in the comms, Sammy, because you guys finished first. So who are we going to be in the race of the day? I've got a couple for Dave and a couple for Fabio. Shall we bring both of them?
Yeah, bring them both down. They're both on well. Well, that was an interesting race. Looks like it got really damp towards the end as well. That would have been tricky. Glad I wasn't doing that. And then we've got the winners in.
Charge, they're all in here, mate, if you want to ask questions or anyone else wants to ask questions.
Yeah, well done, guys. I forgot who came first.
It was Klaus and Pete.
Klaus, how was that for you?
Feels great.
Wet towards the end?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to have the first stint, and then Peter had the second stint, so I just drove in the. Peter had to join the British weather.
The British weather, yeah. It's crap, isn't it? That's what we have to put up with every day. It can be sunny and raining at the same time.
So, Pete and Klaus, congratulations for pole, and so 2 podiums for you guys in 2 weeks. So well done, guys. So Pete, let's hear, how was it from the weather changing from bone dry to kind of heavy rain or lightish rain going into heavy rain?
It was a little bit tricky, to be honest, but it wasn't that bad. I had great heat in my tires because the left front is getting grilled on this track, so it was quite good grip actually. I was surprised.
Brilliant. Yeah, congratulations, guys, on your win. That was superb. Great driving. And Christopher, 2nd place this week after your win last week. Well done, mate. How did you?
Thank you. Well, it was hard out there. First of all, congratulations to Klaus and Peter. That was a good race from you. You was quick all day, so well deserved. And to Helmut and Moise, well deserved. So yeah.
Thank you.
I was just waiting on the first bit to pit wet tires because I was so scared to drive around with the normal tires. But yeah, he went all right. But yeah, I'm happy. I can't ask for anything more than this, so all good.
Brilliant stuff, mate.
How was it feeling towards the end with that rain? Was it? So I was watching my team, mate, and it looked a bit tricky.
Well, the last 5 minutes I struggled a bit, but towards that it wasn't too bad. But there was some dry line, but the last 5 minutes I struggled a bit to hit the corners. But yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, we wondered if there was going to be a last 5-minute pit dash to get wet, if it got really bad. But obviously you strung it out, so well done.
Thank you. You were lucky.
Great stuff. Moise and Helmut, 3rd place for you guys. Brilliant racing. Helmut, you had a great stint, as you were saying in the live during Moise's stint. So Moise, how was it out there for you, mate? Had your fan club out in the YouTube chat like every time you race with us?
Yeah, you famous or something? Because you got a massive Mildly Moors fan club.
Yeah, obviously at first congratulations to the 1st and 2nd place, a very good race, and thank you to my fan club, the best fans in the world and blessed, Yeah, at first I got really scared when we swapped drivers because I've never done it before when I hopped into the car after Helmut's stint. So that was a bit unusual for me, and the tires took a little bit to heat up. But after that, I was just flying. The back markers didn't cause me any trouble, which I was a little bit concerned about, considering that it was a very big grid on this race on the short track that we have in this game or in this season. But towards the end, when the rain came down, I actually felt very comfortable. Even towards the end, when it got to heavy rain and the PSI on the tires went below 22 for me, but it wasn't bothering me at all, to be honest.
Stuff, mate. Fortunately, Fabio, who we dragged down to be racer of the event with of the round with Dave, but his mic doesn't work. So, Dave, congratulations on your stint, mate. Awesome driving. How?
You cut off at the end there, mate.
My bad. I was just mainly asking. Great stint for yourself, and how did you find it?
Oh, it was good actually. I was having a great battle with Helmet, I think it was, middle of that stint, and I can't remember who else it was. It was really close stuff, the three of us, and really enjoyed that.
King, wasn't it? I think, mate. D King.
Darren King
was it?
Fifth.
Yeah. Yeah, he drove.
Yeah, no, it was really good stuff. That was it. Not a lot in us at that moment, sort of thing, and yeah, really enjoyed it. I was sweating after that stint, but I must say, Tiger. He got the crappy end of the stick with the weather there, didn't he? He did really well to keep that going and get to the end there. I have to take my hat off to him.
Well, Tiger's in the chat with us. Tiger, how was it for you? Tiger?
Also,
Dave was just talking about you, mate. As you're in the chat with us, you might as well have your input. How?
Well, difficult, isn't it, when you've got someone as so good as Dave to do him justice, really. I knew I was going to lose a lot of places, at least probably 10 by the time I'd finished my stint, because I was so off the pace. So all I could do really was just try and drive it clean, but that didn't go particularly very well for the first 2 laps, where probably inexperience shone through, where I had cold tyres and I was all over the bloody place. Then I got hit by a back marker, which dropped me down 4 or 5 places. It was a bit annoying. And then something happened in T2 where there was 3 cars. Well, I think they just broke really quickly, and I ended up going to the back of Audi, for which I apologise there. I waited for him to get back onto the track, but that dropped me down some more. So really, bottom line, I was just trying to survive. I don't think I'd done Dave justice, really, but...
You survived. Yeah, that's what you had to do in those conditions.
Where did you end up?
I think it was 15th, 16th. Is it?
Yeah, 15th,
Still a respectable position.
Somewhere around there. I mean, I had no front aero that had gone, so I was doing 2 turns of the wheel just to get some turning. So yeah, I felt for Dave really. I mean, sitting in the pit with me, watching me screw up his great first stint, So yeah, I felt the pressure on that. And as for the weather, bloody hell's fire. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have planned it better. It was really challenging.
Well, congratulations anyway, mate. At least you're out there racing, enjoying racing with RWB. So that's what we love doing here.
Yeah, it was good to watch. I mean, there was a few instances we picked up, with a few offs and that, but 45 cars on track on Brands Hatch, there's always going to be a few incidents, but no one seemed to be taking a piss. It wasn't malicious. It was just mistakes. People running. There was a lot of running off wide, and I was saying myself, Brands Hatch, I think those corners, if you get them wrong, you just run wide. You're in the dirt. Nothing you can do.
So yeah, absolutely. But anyway, congratulations, guys. So that's the end of round 2. So next week, same time, 9:30, and we're at Zolder. So 90 minutes at Zolder. That's going to be great fun. So come and join us. Like Tiger says, don't race alone, race RWB.
See you, fellas.
Bye.
Take a bit.
Poor old Dave. Sorry.